Good afternoon, guys. It's 4:57 p.m. Today is June 10th, and it's a Friday, final day of rollover. So starting today and Monday, we are going into September month contract, right? So let's start with this last 2 days were all rollover effect, okay? In general, so rollover right here, September month. So today's levels are for September month. Now overall, mid-term sellers are in control. Below this, short-term sellers are also now in control. And then yes, focus on the charts notes, right? So I did not put a lot of story here because story is simple. Sellers are in control, right? As long as they hold below certain levels, they have a control, and we should focus only on shorts if given a choice. Now today, everything happened, most of the move happened in the overnight, right after that CPI news, right? So that was the good trade during CPI, to take the breakdown trade, and targeting the lower levels, which is this. So that's holding 39.50, that was the level. That was the first target. I'll show you in the chart notes, that is what I put it there. And NQ was around 12,000 or so, that was the target. So that target was already achieved in the before even open. So I really hate that scenario, when I'm targeting something and I wrote a note, keeping that target in mind, that hey, of the open, if price is trading around, let's say, whatever the Globex low before 830, right? If it is trading around those areas, and then price little bit goes higher, and then or maybe break down, I will take this trade and I will target 39.50, and then I'll be done for the day. That was the idea, whole idea. So when I was writing a notes, and that's why I put those as a targets. But damn thing, during CPI I was walking. I forgot that today is a CPI, and then I went for a walk as usual. And then by the time when I came, price was already trading at 39.50, So that's where, my mojo is gone for the day trading, because pretty much now all I have to do is what, like piecemeal a little bit here and there, one small trade, ideally to the short side, right, and then get it done with it, but so I didn't get too much, but anyway, so I still traded it, but only, just a little bit, few points here and there, one contract, and then I was done, because anyway I didn't like to trade a lot of contracts when my target is already achieved, planned target before the opening. But anyway, so that's why I didn't put a lot of notes here, because it's all driven by the levels. But here you can see try to stick with sellers more compared to buyers. Take first trade and be done with it, right? Ideally want to see the sellers holding below 4,050, today's high, probably around same area, right? So that is telling you the sellers are in control, and then these are the lower levels, all the way to 38.86, right? So maybe this is so 11, 32, 48, which is this area, right? And then 72, and then the lower level is 86, may give you one trade, right? So this is 39.86, okay, not 38.86. I think it's my mistake. 39.86, and I think that area became the low for the day today. I think so. Let's see. Is it? Hold on. So okay, so let's see. Oh, 38.95. Yes, so close to it, I would say. Yeah, I didn't even get there. But these are the levels, So dream number, you can memorize this level also and see how price moved from here, 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 NQ is pretty simple. Dream numbers are important. Follow the chart comments for the NQ bias, right? Sellers are active fully below 595, 580. Break below both dream numbers, more sellers will come, right? So dream numbers are 357, or sorry, 300 to 357, So there are two levels here, this range and this range, right? So in a way, 300 to 357, if price is trading below 300 to 357, sellers are in control, pretty much, that is what you can make out of these things, right? Russell short-term line in send for sellers, this is trading below it, more sellers, right? And these are the targets, pretty much. So Russell, you can look into it. I didn't get a chance to look, but I'm sure it might have hit one of these targets. Dow, pretty much sellers, right below this area. Crude, I did not look at it, but these are the buyers area. Above buyers, below sellers. Simple. So 357, 300, right? 4050. These are the key stuff from these things, right? So 4050, right? Which is this, correct? So because I wrote a note around 6 o'clock when price was here, right? So this is my preferred sellers area of the open. If price goes there, or maybe this, I have to see. And the target was this. See, max target for the day T1, pending target for the here, pending target for May month sellers, right? That was a pending target. They didn't achieve in May month. So here they achieved it, right here during CPI. See that? So that was my target. If price opens here somewhere and then goes somewhere here and then come down, I would short it, target this. But damn thing was already achieved, right? That's why I was pissed off. So, and then this was the second target, 3930 area. So when price open here, see, I'm going to give you the notes first, right? That what I wrote, and then what was my rationale behind it and idea. NQ trim numbers. See, below trim numbers, sellers. So here, that was your trade, right there. If you are watching during CPI, this was your trade. Yes, this was your trade. 0611 area, right? So, but anyway, so and NQ already reached here, pretty much, right? During CPI, while ES already reaches second target. First target. When NQ ES reaches first target, see, NQ didn't have a first or second target. NQ has this area, 994 to 850. Pending May month sellers target. So ES achieved it first, NQ was here, right? So of the open, what I said to in Discord is that NQ has the room to go because it didn't achieve this, right? So NQ may go here, right? But if NQ goes down below this lows, then most likely it will hit one of these levels, right? That you can play. ES is at the mercy of NQ because it's already achieved this target. So if NQ goes down towards this, ES will go down towards this second target, and after that it's all driven by NQ, okay? Because ES is already done, selling at that point. So whatever it gets after that, it is only because of mercy of NQ, and it will be bonus, but it will be difficult to trade that bonus, So because sellers already achieved their target, right? So anytime you have to be ready for a bounce, like this. See that? So it's hard to hold this short. It like keep bouncing it, right? So physically it will create a ping pong price action, right? And that is what essentially price did. See, it didn't even break below first of a low nicely. See that? Fail breakdown. Even here also fail breakdown. See? All because of what? Because this damn guy. Look at this range. 994, 850, right? That's the target. Look at this, 850. See that? To the dot. Bottom of that target. See? And the first target, right? This was the first level of that pending target. See that? That's where the short was. Playing up to this and then done. That is all you can get. The whole idea was from here to here. That was my plan. But already it moved this much. There is no way I can short right of the open in the middle, right? I have to look for something, then trade this distance. So that was the whole idea, ES also same thing. Just because of NQ, I took this trade in ES, targeted this bold area. That's all. That is all I can target, because once it reaches here, I have to bail out. And you can see price after that just ping pong, right? So that was the only trade, just because the way it was set up today. But you can see the levels, how nicely they are working. See that? So if you know the levels from the past, and if you have a running memory of what is not achieved from the past, you can wait for those targets. Days like this, most likely is going to come. So that is why I also said in Discord that try to trade NQ then ES, because ES is already achieved its target. NQ has a room, So you are better off trading NQ than ES. ES is a painful to trade, right, in this scenario. But anyway, so that was the first trade, right, of the day. Why this trade here aggressively, not here, not here. See here, this pink line I drew it before the open, right before the open. In Discord I said if sellers are really in control, ES will hold, ESLS needs to hold 50-55 area, and NQ needs to hold 12-100, you know. So I told that thing in Discord right here around 9:10 or 9:15, and then opening price open right around here 46 line, right, that was our level. Somebody bought it, it went to 12-100, right, that was the level. And look at this damn thing held it, right. Here also ES also held this 50-55 area, you know, or 60, that was the level too, to the dot pretty much here. If I zoom in, you can see it. Oops, where is it? Here, see that, this line. So both of them held it, right. So the area which I said they have to hold it, you know, doesn't mean you have to trade it, but it has to hold it. If it holds it, that is a piece of information now, right? Because pre-market assumption is, okay, if sellers are more aggressive, super aggressive, that was the word I used, then they have to hold it. They held it here and then breakdown of this low, right? And ES, same thing, but it breakdown happened where? ES reached second target here. See that in the first 5 minutes. So now am I going to short ES here? No, just because of ES reached the second target, right, which is this, there is no point for me going with the flow here super aggressively right from this target. It may bounce, you know. So, and you can see it right here. So that it touched 994 almost, correct? Both are into levels, so it bounced. Look at the bounce. See that? So if you try to short it here, you will be just stopped out right there. So knowing the level is very important, you know, and how price is getting there from here to here, obviously somebody is going to buy it, you know. So you have to wait. Then what happened? Then if these buyers are let them take it higher, maybe here, and then you are ready to short. Or you wait for a breakdown of this level, let NQ clear this out, and then you can, most likely it's going to reach this area then, right? The bottom of the target. If this is the first target is achieved here, top of the target, then it's not gonna come back. It's gonna go higher, right? But if it is buyers are not legit, then it's going to break down, go to the bottom then, simple, right? And it will drag ES with it to the next area or next, right? So that was the idea you have to keep in mind. So here buyers pushed it higher, right? Here buyer pushed it higher, which is this, right? But then look at this underneath the table, you know, internals. Look at this, not even above zero line. See that? Look at this liquidation kind internals 2300. Look at NQ minus 80 or 90. So they were super duper liquidation territory. Obviously it will be difficult for a price to go higher, right? But we can't assume anything. All we know is it got a rejection from here, sellers are super aggressive, somebody bought it here, right, or took a profit. Then what happened? Price went higher above both these levels and these lows, right, morning lows, early morning lows. And so that means, okay, they have to hold it above it. Then what happened next bar? Down, down, down. Now you know these buyers are poor buyers. Here also same thing, down, down, down. That was your short. Where is the short? Short was right here. Right here. Or right here actually. See that? Break below this. Now you know sellers are going to do their best to hold this low, because now you know the story. Rejection, pullback, buyers failed, down, 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 internals negative, super negative, right? It is again momentum also going down, ES is going down. So now you short in ES also, same thing here. See this pullback, short, short, same time. Timing is the key, right? Both of them. And then you wait for this lower area, or even 930 you can take profit, because remember, buyers can jump back in or take profit at any point of this time, because they already shorted it from the way top, right? So you have to bail out here somewhere, when you see this pause, you bail out, simple, and then don't trade. Then there is no, you can't take a long, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen next. Even though this is the forecasted target, doesn't mean that price has to stop here. It can go further down, right? So you can't go long here knowing this sellers. As long as price is holding below this 12,000 level, at least this area, you can't go long even, But you can, any pullback, you can take short. If you see some weakness in the buying, or exhaustion to the buy side, you can short. It's kind of a fade, right? So, okay, so now let's read this chart, right? So then what happened? So you're done. So I was done here, right? First trade done, you're done. Now you're watching, right? You're looking for exhaustion or something, weakness in buying, then you can short, right? Any pop up, sellers are super aggressive, they are going to short. Some reactionary short you can take if you see intraday buyers are holding something, right? Which is, this is the case, right? After 850, look at this, it went down here, somebody took the profit, right? Then it went higher, came down, sliced through it, right? Mini balance, breakout. Now buyers are coming back in the market from here, then again came down, held this level, again pop up, and then it was a ping pong game, right? So there is nothing going on here, but at least some buyers are there. Here also same damn thing, right? Then what happened? So you're not going to involve in these things. All you can do is what? Wait for some kind of exhaustion, right? A breakout, failed breakout, something, or super exhaustion into a resistance intraday, right? So, or ES goes to this area, right? Because this is where it all started in the morning. 30 was a second target, right? So if price comes back here, somebody is going to short, right? Whoever bought it, they're going to bail out probably if they are holding it, right? That may create some down move back to this area probably, right? Because that's what the fighting is. So that is what exactly happened at what? 1355, right here, right? So see the arrow? Arrow is a good arrow, like a real arrow, right? Valid trade. Here, different arrow. See? Why different arrow? Because NQ was not, it did not come to the level, right? This NQ is down move because of this ES coming into resistance, right? So ES short here, protected by these two VWAPs, right? So your stop has to go this, and ENQ you can short with ES, right? But back to only this area. That's where the fighting is. So here, this is 909. That is what I said in Discord, right? 909. I took this short at 971, right at the top. And I said sellers have to take it below 909, in order to confirm it that they are active from here. Otherwise, this exhaustion will turn into again buying area here from 909. So hold on. So let me show you the Discord. Okay. So here, right, 909. See here. This is the live trade. See, real trade, trading real, right, live. So 971, right to the top. See that? Just because of ES, I took this trade, right? So, but only one contract, right? I'm not supposed to trade anyway on Friday. This was my trade, right? But this is just, I was watching it and I saw super exhaustion there, right? So I just took it because of ES, reactionary trade back to 909 or potentially lower if it holds it there, right? Then I have to just put, for testing purpose. So here you can see that price going below 909, it is confirming the idea of exhaustion, right? That hey, sellers now stepped in, exhausted, and it's gonna go down, right? If it holds 909, right, then it is not confirming it. That means buyers are still there. It is that simple, right? So here you can see 909, first time touch, right? Somebody bought it, correct? Then maybe it's a reactionary buy. Somebody bought it, but then you assume that sellers are still there. Second time, held it and went higher. See, this is where you take a bailout, for this short, right there, because now you know these buyers are still active. Now if you look at it, this damn thing, what happened? Oh, man, it's hanged. Man, so the system is frozen now, but anyway, so I cannot move these things, but there was a balance. You can assume this is a balance, this is a breakout, this is a pullback. Somebody is going to buy it right from here then, right? In that case, that means these sellers are not that great. It was just exhaustion, right? So then you bail out here, and at that point you assume both sides are active now, right? At that point onwards, there is no trade unless you see something really something good, right? So till then you have to assume it's a balance, right? So within this balance, if you're watching it, you can see price went higher, down, up, down, up, down, right? So there was a trade here, but let's not discuss about this trade. It requires a proper trading, right? So it was like a failed breakout trade, right? Like breakout of this balance, immediately come down. In NQ also same thing, breakout of this balance, came down, that was your short, right? But now you have to worry about this area. So by that time you have to worry about, you have to see whether it breaks this trend line. See, I just drew, usually I don't use trend lines, right? But today, just because of this job, I started drawing this line. So I was seeing, man, people were buying it at every pullback. See here, buy, and every at top line they were selling it, right? So it's like a confined range in an upward trending channel, right? But then, overall sellers are active. Well, how the hell they gonna defend these things? A lot. So then the clue was, instead of waiting for this breakdown of this balance, right, when it's too late by the time, if it does, why not in this balance you wait for a trend line break, because it's been holding this line since like 130, right? So towards the end of the day, if it breaks below it, most likely it's gonna flow through at least up to this point or lower, right? So you can target that. So that's why this was the trade here. And NQ also same thing, this trend line, it was broken here. See, my screen is frozen now, but it was right here. You can take this trade, in both NQ and ES. So that was your trade, and that be all for ES and NQ now, right? Regular way. Now I'm going to cover Mbox also in the same story, right? So now but only for NQ though, right? So NQ is here, right? So now hold on. So this is the screenshot, right? So hold on. Let me see if I can pull out the real chart. And this chart is messy today, right? Because I was practicing it, right? Putting notes and everything, and I was just reading it, but it was SIM account. You can see that, right? It's not a real account, okay? So I just want to make it clear because my trading was over, correct? So, but SIM or real doesn't matter, as long as you read it properly, who cares? Anyway, so, but here you can see it. Where is it? Okay, let me open this screen fully. At least you know the background now, right? Okay, so let me disable these things. Oops. Off, right? So at least we have a full screen to work with. Like this, right? Okay. Man, this ES is frozen. So here, so of the open, so let me first, so here, you know these things now, right? We already know that CPI, it went down, blah, 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 right? And then here, there was a good short, right? Based on this down move. First leg up, short it, back to this low, and you're done, right? That's easy peasy trade. Now, was there a signal here? There was no signal here. It's just you have to read it, what happened, right? Where is the control? So here is the control. Breakdown, strong breakdown. Look at this. Everything is favoring sellers, right? And if price pull back, obviously somebody is going to sell it. Look at this tiny thing. Even when it pull back this much, half the distance almost, I would say, almost 40% distance for this move. And look at this delta. No upside momentum, nothing. So At least somebody is going to short. Whoever missed out, they're going to short. And if you draw a Fibonacci level here, maybe this will come out to maybe 38% or 50% or something, or maybe 38%, who knows. So at least those players will be active, So anyway, this was the trade, right? But after that, what happened? 342, 238, right? And here there is X control. So it's like effort, no result here, right? Mini effort, no result, right? And look at this. See that? Upward. So selling is contracting, right? So no selling pretty much at this low. So no short, correct? Then what happened? Then pull back, correct? So on the way up here, so there is also buyers here. See that? X control, right? And then it went higher. So here there is no trading here, You just have to observe now because of these things. See that? So you can't even short it here because of this thing, correct? So you have to wait. Then another new low, right? Look at this damn thing. It's still diverging, right? So selling is contracting, correct? Then what happened? Then opening price action, boom, straight up. Lots of buying, lots of buying, lots of buying. At this point, it seems it wants to go to moon, right? Because look at this divergence, right? Selling is gone, immediately buying came. Looks like this delta also positive now, right? Looks like it wants to go to moon. Look at 252, right? So at this point, and then X control also. So it is telling you, man, it wants to go to moon. Look at this. All these signs are pointing to the upside. Change of behavior, right? Does it mean that you have to go long here? No. Why not? Look at this selling. You can't forget the old story. What is the running story? Running story is sellers are in control. As long as price technically below this area, sellers have a full rights, to take this thing down. So regardless of these things, you can't be a initiative buyers joining them at this point. You have to wait for some confirmation, or maybe this is to fool you. That was indexes does all the time, right? They fool you. So maybe this is a effort no result scenario. Maybe, who knows, right? So there are two choices. Either it becomes effort no result, or it's a real change of behavior, and then you can see some follow through. At that point, you can go long, So you have to remember the story. So then what happened? Buyers are super strong right here. They want to go to moon, and then what happened? Straight down, right? So this was my 12,100 level, right? Which I said sellers should hold it right here. See that? At least this was a confirmation based on the level. Or here, after looking this, there is your confirmation that this is effort no result, right? COB failed, change of behavior failed, right? Effort no result. And then look at this. When it went down, look at the delta, minus 116 is less than this even, right? Ideally I wanted to see a super good delta greater than this, right? But it is less than this, and there is a SP signal. So what? Am I going to do breakdown short now? No, because there are still some lingering buyers because of this, right? So let them buy it, let them get F, right? And then we can short. So here, look at that. F is SA of movement, ESM, right? Look at this. Up wave 252, down wave minus 110 only, but still look at the price. See that? SA of movement with less effort. That's a plus sign for sellers, right? COB failed, second sign that sellers are there. Then what happened? These buyers, because of this, remember, price can fool you, right? So these are the foolish buyers. You can see it here. They bought it, right? You have to expect that. So these are the foolish buyers. They bought it, and now they are looking for a moon. For them, it's like a failed breakdown of this balance, and they bought it at a good price. They are happy now. They are looking for a moon, right? Some of them even have added here also, right? Looking at this dot, and then price went higher, and then what happened? If buyers were legit, you want to see a breakout about this, at that time you can go long. Assuming this thing, these sellers are trapped. But that did not happen, right? 214, correct? And then what happened? Selling, right? And then look at this. When this thing went higher, look at the buying here. It's gone pretty much. right? So now when price came down here, right, delta was also flipped now, see that? And then look at this mini pop up, look at the buying, nothing, and then there was a selling imbalance here, see that? There was an imbalance here, right here, see that? That was your short right there, you know? So which is 12.20 or 12.15, you know? And that was your short, and you target whatever the target you want to be, you know, whatever the target level you have in your mind, you know, you can short it or maybe hold it, you know, until this Mbox gives you exit signal, you know? So, and then you can see X control came in, right, down. So this was my trade, right? I took the profit here, remember? And then, and why you take a profit here, right? So I'm also giving you the reasons now, right? So take profit due to exhaustion into old support. So this was old support, right? My levels basically. And then it's a Friday, rollover day. Price can do a unexpected behavior, ping pong. Plus most of the move already happened in the overnight, and you entered it at the lower end, tail end, right? It's risky, so that's why you take a profit, correct? Then what happened? Once you take a profit, either at 50 or here, wherever, right? This suggests that there are more selling came in, right? That means you want to see a follow through now, correct? Is there any follow through here? Look at this, arrows going higher, selling contracting like this, right? And buying also increasing, right? Supply also, there is no selling, supply exhaustion, while price is making lower low. This is what you want to see as a follow through? No, you want to see everything in line up, right? That means you will expect somebody is defending this area and the buying has to follow at least until price get exhausted again, right? That's where my 671 short came in, sorry, that 971, right, which was I showed you earlier, right, in my book map. That's why I took that short, you know. So but anyway, here there were some long setup too. Now so you're expecting a long here, right? It could be like this scenario too, right? But this was like opening immediate up, right? That's why it failed. Here price had enough time to play around, fight around, and then if you see any long signal, it may hold. So you have to try it. It's a risky proposition, right? Because look at, sellers are in full control in general, right, from this. So ideally you should not take any longs, right? But let's say some people are there, you know, they always want to do counter trade, you know, they want to use these signals to go long, maybe reactionary long, maybe scalping, right? So here there was a long opportunity, right here, sorry, right here. It's like a first set of buyers, initiative buyers, you know, right here. So look at this X control, 1, 2, price tried to go higher here, came down, 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 down. There is a big smaller dot here, see that? Sell, buy, and then there was a breakout here. See that change of behavior first time, and then no selling, and then again volume, you buy here, right there, right? Then you expect price to go higher, correct? So that was a buy, and then you have two choices, you know, you hold it, stop below this area, and then you target wherever up to some point, as long as you know it's the signals are following, right, or you are reading it right, let's say, right? So here it went higher, right, but then look at this, these things, right? Selling is contracting, buying came up here, right, and then it went down, correct, and then it went down. You can see there is no selling, so you are holding it, right? It didn't even stop you out here. Then it went higher, correct, then it went higher. You can see 105, 101, there is a UT signal, something is off, right? But then you want to look underneath the hood, price made a new high about this. Look at this buying, lack of buying contraction, you bail out, or here you either exit, scale, or you can hold it with stop in place at 845 right here at the low and take your chances, because this is a balancing garbage price action going on. In a garbage, anything can happen. Price can continue to give you false signals, and eventually it will go higher, you know, or it could be a logic signal and it may go down. So its choice is up to you, how you want to manage it, right? So I took the trade here and I held it till here, you know, and then I flipped it to the short side, and then I held it till here, you know, and then I bailed out here. So hold on. So that is what the proof is. So this is somebody says, some people wants to see proof also all the time, right? So that was the proof. See, first time I took this entry and my stop was right at 850 or so, this low, so it just stopped me out. So I had 875 to 850, 850, so 25 point loss, right? Then again I went long here, 860. I didn't get afraid because I was reading this, no selling, that means buying is going to come. They just pulled me here, fine. I went long 860, and remember here I said either you bail out, scale, or put your stop at break even, 850 or 845, right? So I choose to hold it at this time, because I didn't see any selling here also. See that? So I held it, right? And then I was just hoping for a breakout there, and then breakout happened here, right there, right? So at the breakout time, my target was 950, but the way it break out, I don't want to get fooled this time, so because it could be exhaustion too. So I build out, right, at 929. I just cut it, right? But still it was good amount of profit, right? Then I waited. It just touched this 971. I saw ES. Remember I showed you the trade 971 short. I took it and I built out at 909. Okay. So, but it was against Mbox signals, right? Because look at this. It was buying came in. Looks like it wants to go to moon, right? But you have to read it. You have to remember the story here. Overall, sellers are active, right? So you can use the same signal. Instead of buying breakout, you can short even, but you have to read the story first, then you can trade this way. Otherwise, this is a risky short, but anyway, so here, see that? And in order for this risky short to confirm, it has to break below this 909. It couldn't, so you bail out, right? And you can see it here. There are some notes also. So my video is already 175 MB now, so today I talked a lot, but it was necessary, So here you can see there are buyers everywhere. See that? And you can see these things. 909 is just held to the dot, right? So, and then what happened? Then here, suddenly, stage of behavior, or effort, no result. Anything could happen, right? So in this case, at this time, effort, no result happened, right? Then price breakout. At this point, if you are reading it, you may think, man, this buying, effort, no result, breakout, let me go long here, right? So yes, you can go long actually, based on this, but you have to realize it's a rollover day, final hour, anything can happen, price can fool you or go to the moon, but overall sellers are in control from here, right? So breakout, you don't want to take it as long as, because breakout, look at this, breakout was at the top of the range, I would say, entire day pretty much price just balanced here, and now you are trying to take a breakout in the rollover day at the end on Friday. It's a poor choice, right? Because it's a poor location. So you have to wait for more confirmation, and then what happened? Then immediately no follow through. Look at this, 474, 401 or something, less delta, and you have a selling algo, right? So something is off. Maybe this could turn into effort, no result, who knows, right? Or change of behavior, I would say, right, to the buy side. So then what happened? See, it was a breakout point, it should hold it then, right? Look at this, price went down. That is your first sign, something is off. And then what happened? Price again tried to go higher with 80 delta. Look at this, 474, 680, and then algo signal, somebody is going to short. That was your right short there, right here, that was your short. Why? Because COB failed here. Look at this, no follow through, right? That was your short. Or you wait for this low to be taken out. Once it's done, you can short right here. See, selling increase now, like this. If you draw arrow, you will see, right? At least you can target this first of a low or this area, right? Or maybe you can take a profit here. That be all for today. I hope I give you a nice explanation for all these things, that be all.